Greetings, puny mortals. Allow me to show you this channel disclaimer. Please read it. Thank you.
Sweetie, we might have overlooked a tiny detail with the Q&A rules.
Oh? What's up, Monty?
Well, it seems some of the viewers that left questions included you in them. But you don't have a physical avatar. How are we going to include you without one?
I was afraid something like that might come up, which is why I thought ahead. Been making a little something in my spare time. By the way, watch your left.
Wait, what?
Magic!
Ta-da! It's a bit of a work in progress, but it'll do for now. What do you think, Monty? What?
So, are you going to have this body for a while after the Q&A, or...?
Let's just get started. Ghost Boss asks, Hat Kid, how much do you love Snatcher as a dad?
I love my dad's more than Garfield likes his lasagna.
A nice sentiment, Hat Kid, but maybe find a better comparison within the realm of possibility.
Ahem.
Because yours is so astronomically large compared to mine, that is no contest, yeah!
Better.
Hi, Dadster.
Giovanni Diaz has 2 questions. To Tyrant, does this mean that doing the comics now, you won't be able to do the movies that we love? Well, at the time when that video was first uploaded, the answer probably would have been yes. But thankfully, I've managed to make them work again. Granted, the videos have to be shorter, and they aren't doing as well view-wise as they used to, but that's fine. Long as I can keep making them, I'm happy. To Whitty and Carol, how the heck did you 2 lovebirds end up with Spidey and his merry band of weirdos?
Funny you should ask that. There was a video planned to be made and released in late 2021 that would have been our grand debut, and why we're here to begin with.
But because of a lot of crap that happened, from Tyrant's old tablet going kaput to everything that happened early into 2022, that video ain't going to be ready for a while. So long story short, they happened to part us while we were in a jam and offered us a place to stay. That's all I'm going to say, because I don't like sharing with complete strangers.
Hopefully that video will be ready soon so you all can have a better answer.
Superior the Hedge Fox is a newcomer on the channel and has 3 questions. Question to Spidey. How is the relationship between you and Callie doing? We're doing just great. Thanks for asking.
I still haven't convinced him to be more open about it, but don't worry, I ain't giving up.
Question to Jaxie. Is there any chance that Deadpool may not be all over your case 24/7?
Believe me, I've been trying to find the answer to that question myself for quite some time now.
The answer you seek lies with a knee clapping them cheeks, baby. And that's make me believe I sense I've made a terrible mistake. Get intense, chill! It was only playful joking, I swear! And question to Black Spidey. Will you ever get a love interest in the future?
Obviously not. I've never really cared about dumb things like that. Plus, love is gross. When you're in love with someone, you have to hug and kiss them like all the time, and you constantly have to force yourself to spend way more time with them than all your other friends. The only cool thing people in love get to do is unlimited wrestling matches whenever they want. And sure, for the ones I've seen Tyrant and Monica do, it looks pretty cool, but I just don't think...
Wait, you've what?
What? Was it something I said? Is that something people not in love aren't supposed to know about? Like some kind of secret society thing? Don't worry, knowing me, I'll forget about it in like 5 minutes. Word of advice though, if it is meant to be a secret, you should really make sure your door is shut because...
Cut to the next question!
Eye of the Swarm asks, Hey Ridley, what happened to your other space pirates? And if they are alive, maybe they could be useful. While I appreciate your enthusiasm, Eye of the Swarm, I'm afraid no one will be seeing anything from my fellow space pirates for an indefinite amount of time, because you simply must know what happened to them. They're dead. All of them were killed long ago with the detonation of Norfair. I'm the only surviving member of the vast army of the space pirates. And it's all her fault. Also, I have 2 ideas on how to get new minions. The first one is to build some robot army, and the second one is to find Venom. You cannot have Spider-Man without Venom. Ha! You suggest that, like building a massive army of robots is as simple as snapping my fingers. Crafting such an army would take an immense amount of time and money. Based on prior videos, I'll let you guess which of the 2 we currently have. As for this Venom fellow, I have no idea who the devil that is, let alone where to possibly find him. If you could possibly leave a description, I'll be more than willing to check the databases. He also asks, "Hey Toast, how big is Godzilla?"
Oh, my grandpa's super big. He's so big that if the camera tried to get both of us in frame, I'd be a little speck. Right, Grandpa?
Holy shit! Ben Power asks, "Spidey Bros, do you like puns?" Sup, Ben? I recognize you from our streams. You already know I love me a good pun.
Ben, I swear to God.
In fact, I got a good one for your trouble. What do you call an alligator in a suit? An investigator.
Ben, what?
Shinzilla Voorhees 1213 has 3 questions. Firstly, if Tricky the Clown were to join the channel, would him and Jaxie get along since they both like food and sweets?
That girl wants sweet and sour?
No, thank you. I'm more of a barbecue girl. Ketchup?
Yes!
Secondly, Snatcher, do you know Zardy the Scarecrow from the game Zardy's Maze?
Zardy. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Quite the troublemaker he was, and a big reason a lot of my old errand boys were went missing. He was also the one I put in charge of making my forest as creepy and unsettling as possible. Then shortly after he was done, he got word he was going to star in his own game. And with that, we parted ways.
Thirdly, Bendy and Sans, what did you two think of your nightmare forms in the Friday Night Funkin' Indie Cross mod?
Neato. You're not too shabby yourself. Thanks. Gotta say, the fire suits ya. It's pretty lit. Thanks. I get that a lot. People say it goes well with my flamboyant personality.
So, the whole fire on your hands thing, does that hurt?
Only my enemies.
Okay, that's fucking badass.
The Destroyer God Super has a bunch of questions left by his own characters. Let's start from the top. Drek asks,
So Jaxie, I want to know, when are you coming home? Everyone, especially me, misses you.
Drek, I've explained this to you many times now. I'm not sure when I'm coming home, okay? I've really been enjoying my time here with Sans, and I don't feel like leaving yet.
Babe, if I may, if you miss them as well, you can head back home whenever you want. Sure, we'll miss ya, but we don't want to keep you away from your other family.
Sansy, you misunderstand. If I really wanted to go home, I already would have by now. But this is my home too. And all the amazing people you've introduced me to here are just as much my family as they are. You've made my time here so memorable and amazing, and I want to make my time here as memorable as I can. That paint a better picture, honey bones?
Yeah. Well, if that's what you want to do, who am I to stop ya?
Cuphead asks, Drek, God, ugh. So Bendy, what's it like being part of these comics? Is it fun?
Hell yeah, it's fun. Feels just like old times back in my cartoon days. I can even do some of my wacky toon hijinks again. Like so.
Hey, Bendy, what you up to?
Oh, hey, Alice. Nothing much, just some good old-fashioned cartoon hijinks.
Oh, about that, Bendy, please be extra careful when you're doing anything like that here. Comics can't portray the same sense of impact that animation can, meaning a more cartoonish capabilities like squash and stretch aren't as prominent here.
Wait, so does that mean...
Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black asks,
I must know, Ridley, have you tried to kill anyone yet? Or have you just been working on a plan to in the lab?
How dare you belittle my capabilities with such pitiful terms like...
tried?
Sonic asks, So Sans, how have you been doing since the transfer? And have you and Jaxie done anything sweet yet?
I can't complain. Things have been peaceful here. It's nice, just being my lazy self like always. As for the other half of your question, I guess so? I mean, we've only been here for a little while, so we haven't had much opportunity to do anything real sweet together, Though there was this one time about a week ago where she was eating some chocolate-covered strawberries. She asked me if I wanted one, and when I said sure, She put one in her mouth and told me to come and get it. I'm sure that counts, eh? A chocolatey treat and a kiss? Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me.
Sans, you couldn't hold off on the puns for one video?
Shadow asks,
So, Lord Rayquaza, how has your time been in these comics? Also, nice shirt.
Ugh, it's boring. We haven't been able to do any scheming due to how limiting yet expressive hand-drawn stuff is. Also, what? This? Oh, thanks? I mean, I hate it, because why gave it to me, like, as a gift? And I think it looks stupid on me, but thanks, I guess.
Waluigi asks,
Well, Papyrus, have you learned any new recipes since the transfer over to being in a comic? Not yet, but fret not. That is simply because I already have knowledge of over 400,000 different recipes, so finding one I don't already know is quite the challenge. Hey Papyrus, I just found this recipe for dessert spaghetti. It replaces the meat with cookie dough and cake batter, and the tomato sauce with chocolate sauce. Wanna try it out? Sign me the heck up, let's go!
Perfect Cell asks,
Jaxie, have you and Sans gone out yet? Or had a date? I'm quite curious.
Well, not yet, but I did plan on taking him out to a fancy restaurant next week. Oh, that reminds me. Maybe you all can help me make a decision I've been struggling with, if you want to. Which of these two do you think would look better on me? I really want to sweep Sansy off his feet, so any input is appreciated.
Frieza asks,
Jaxie, how is Sans like when it's just you two? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
How I'm like when me and her are alone is none of your damn business, thank you very much.
Dominating.
Marks asks,
Bendy, have you had any killing tendencies at all since you're always in your demonic form? Well, that's, quite the heavy question there. Boy, y'all are really getting personal, huh? Listen, don't tell Alice this, alright? But I have. Especially around her. I have no idea what causes it. My demonic blood? My hatred towards our creators? Don't know what it could be. But it's there. Like an instinctive urge or itch in the back of my head. I've been able to control that itch for the longest time, but I worry every day that one day those urges, those tendencies, will win.
and this one isn't really a question, but I feel it should be included anyway. The Destroyer God Super has a comment for Jaxie. I hope you're doing alright. Have you been behaving yourself, young lady?
Shut up, Dad. I've been doing fine here, and I'm on my best behavior. Quit embarrassing me! Also, about that last bit, I know you, Super. If I come back home and there's like 7 or 8 people living in my home without my permission, we're gonna have a talk.
The Gaming Cat has 3 questions. To Tyrant, are you an actual Indominus Rex? Nah, sorry to disappoint you, but I am in fact not an Indominus Rex that learned English. Tyrant the Indominus Rex is just a cool name and nothing more. Would be neat if I was one, though. To Monica, what's it like living with everyone?
It's been absolutely wonderful. Living in this beautiful world and becoming friends with all these amazing people has been a dream come true. Though it can get quite chaotic at times with all the adventures and threats we have to face. But with all the wonderful things I've gotten to see and experience, I'd happily take this chaotic new reality over my old life any day.
To the Dokies, will you be in future videos?
We're already in videos all the time, dummy. We just don't talk much.
Especially me. I'm quite camera shy. We'll try to be more prominent in future videos just for you, Mr. Kitty.
Well, seems as though we only have 1 comment left. This is going by faster than I thought it would. Well, alright, let's get to work. Oh, god damn it! Let's just start from the top. Questions for me. What made you keep going this far into your YouTube career? A lot of things, really. The passion to create probably being the biggest one, along with the wish and strive to entertain people in my own unique way. Along with the hope that someday, if I somehow make it to that point, I can make a living off of doing YouTube full time. A guy can dream, right? What is your weapon of choice, despite your powers? I am so glad you asked. I'm a huge sucker for tridents, especially this one, custom made just for me. Ain't it cool? It has extra thorns on its middle prongs, so anyone pricked by it ain't ever getting off. It's made of an osmium titanium alloy, so it's great for bonking and stabbing, because it's heavy as hell. And much like yours truly, it has magical powers, so it can do shit like this. Hey, Monty, you might want to duck, honey.
Wait, what? Why would I?
What are some activities you and Monica like to do? Gosh, where do I begin? We go to movies, go out to eat, go for walks, look at the stars, have picnics at the park. We practically do everything together.
My favorite activities we do are things we don't get to do often, for one reason or another. Like going to museums and aquariums, or spending the day in an amusement park or carnival. I still remember the first time we went to Hershey Park together.
I remember how you could barely contain your excitement for the whole day.
It was my first time experiencing the thrills of a real amusement park, and I got to see it all with you and our friends. It was all too perfect for me not to get excited. Questions for Spidey. What are your thoughts on No Way Home and the upcoming Into the Spider-Verse?
Dude, No Way Home was absolutely amazing! Me and my bro loved every bit of it, and the rest of the gang certainly shared our hype. As for Across the Spider-Verse, if it's anything like its prequel, you know I'm gonna be first in line to see it.
Reviews and opinions on famous actor Willem Dafoe.
Green Goblin? Ooh, I'm conflicted, if I'm being honest. Don't get me wrong, Mr. Dafoe is a great actor. But did you have to mention Gabi? Like I said, don't get me wrong, I love Willem Dafoe as an actor. But the character he plays, Green Goblin? That pumpkin-throwing psychopath has nearly ruined my life on multiple occasions, so I don't exactly have warm regards for the guy. Basically, love the actor, absolutely despise the character, if that makes any sense. Questions for Black Spidey. What is your favorite way to spend the day?
Well, usually, the best way I spend my day starts with a morning scream right as I wake up that definitely doesn't wake up everyone in the house. Whoa! Good morning, world!
Shut the hell up!
Then I spend several hours running around the house doing random stuff.
Is he always like this?
Yep.
I can fly! Then I watch whatever's on TV for a long while.
And now, pointless politics that 95% of the human population does not care about.
Then, on the best days ever, we go out to eat. Then me and a few friends play video games till it gets really late. Yeah, I'm a cowboy, bang bang.
Bang, bang!
Then, after a super fun-filled day, my bro tucks me into bed and reads me a bedtime story as I fall asleep.
And thus, the evil ogre, Karen, was sealed away in a magic jail cell, and the people of Walmart Land rejoiced. The end.
Yay!
How much damage can you take, chump?
I don't know. Let's find out. I think Steven Universe is a good show. Well, I could survive the full unrelenting wrath of Twitter, so I'd say I could take a whole lot of damage. Thanks for asking.
Wait for Papyrus's first question, and that will be my dare. If you do it, you shall be rewarded. But let's just say you might passed away.
On the one hand, this dare being shrouded in temporary mystery means that this could lead to me regretting my decision should I accept. On the other hand, the reward could be cake. I'm in!
Questions for Ridley. What would have happened if Y hadn't intervened and your plan on last Valentine's Day had succeeded?
To put it quite simply, all the people that were on my list would be dead, and it would have been grand. Watching Spidey and his precious cephalopod humanoid love interest crumple and collapse from the poison in their food, Monica and Tyrant's skulls splatting like melons against the pavement from the weight of the ice dropped on their heads, even Pearl and Marina burning to ash with the rest of the movie theater they were in. It all would have been absolutely glorious to see. Truly a wonderful, spectacular display of my vile villainy. But due to what could potentially be considered the worst circumstances to ever be given to me that day, those beautiful scenarios never ended up happening.
Also, if you needed to hire a bounty hunter, who would you hire? Wolf O'Donnell or Boba Fett?
An interesting question.
Well, despite my bitter distaste towards bounty hunters for obvious reasons, I believe I'd go with Boba Fett. Don't get the wrong idea, Wolf is amazing at what he does. However, he's mostly a team player, almost never flying solo unless Fox is involved, plus his weaponry is rather lacking. But Fett? Dude's a one-man army. Almost always completes his job solo and is specifically told to do otherwise, and his vast arsenal of weaponry makes him better equipped to handle more situations than Wolf could ever dream of. So yes, Boba is my choice, with reasoning to back it up. Finally, how does it feel to lose to Link? Twice! Boy, you're just a wonderful little individual, aren't you? Well, if you simply must have an answer, I can only assume you're referring to the 2 episodes of the YouTube series Smash Bracket, where I fight Hyrule's #1 twink, Link. While the factual final outcome rubs me the wrong way, I can accept when I've been bested. Link simply has access to too many broken tools for me to ever be able to account for in a one-on-one fight without proper prep time. So as much as I despise the outcome, it is what it is. And besides, I'm much more of a fan of the alternate ending anyway. Wouldn't you agree? Question for Lord Rayquaza. If possible, would you combine your current dark form with your Mega Evolution in a Z move?
If I could? Oh, absolutely. I'd be unstoppable. No one would stand in my way. All would bow to my rule. But, as cool as that would be, ever since I drank that elixir that gave me my dark powers in the first place, I haven't been able to Mega Evolve or use Z moves of any kind for some reason. So that probably ain't happening. But still, a guy can dream.
Questions for Jaxie. So why exactly were you experimented on?
I don't really feel comfortable bringing that up. It's not exactly something I like to talk about. Being experimented on at a young age for years of your life tends to leave you with a bit of trauma. Shocker, I know. Only Sans knows the whole story, and I'd prefer it stay that way. Some of the things that happened I'm just not ready to talk about. But I'd feel bad if I didn't give you an answer of some kind, so... When I was around 6 years old, my father paid a team of scientists to run experiments on me for the purpose of turning me into a living weapon. I'm sorry. That's all I'm willing to say. It really hurts to talk about. Thank you for asking, though.
So, how many abilities do you have or have yet to unlock?
I'm glad you asked. I have a ton of abilities, like being able to fly, hypersensitive hearing, sight and smell, super strength, and I've even learned how to use ki. As for abilities I have yet to unlock, that's a little, impossible to say for sure. For all I know, I could learn something new tomorrow. So sorry, but I can't exactly answer that question.
By the way, whenever you have time, up for a sparring match? Would love to test out those abilities. And before this continues, bitch slap Deadpool, cause he can always take anything out of context with certain words.
Oh, with pleasure.
You know, I'm starting to get the feeling I'm a bit too predictable around here.
Also, sure, I'd love to have a sparring match. I'll talk to Tyrant after this is all over and see if we can find a way to set something up.
Questions for Sans. So for what I've seen, you're more into pranks than puns. If anything, your brother's the pun enthusiast of the two. So what kind of pranks do you like to do?
I wouldn't say I'm more of a prankster. I like to think of myself as an equal opportunist funny guy. But I will admit, pranks are a bit more fun, mainly because I don't have as many opportunities to pull them off. As for your question, I happen to keep a box full of my favorite pranks stashed away in my room. They're oldies, but goodies, such as... this masterpiece I invented, the old whoopee cushion in the hand gag. That one's Jaxie's favorite. Always throws her into a fit of laughter. Let's see. Next up we have... the bucket. A classic. Perfect for propping atop slightly open doors to drench unsuspecting victims in various unnamed liquids. Well, unless your victim in question is a mouse who just so happens to be a living taser, in which case this prank is a shockingly bad idea.
Sans!
Anyways, let's wrap things up with one more. Yeah, this one's my personal favorite. Hot sauce pranks. The king of prank material. Always gets a laugh out of me. In fact, don't tell Spyro this, but I actually pranked him earlier today by putting hot sauce in his energy drink. His reaction was,
Oh man, that was you!
and that's my cue to leave. Cut to the next question.
Oh man, you get the hell back here!
How exactly were you assigned as royal judge in the underground?
Huh. Didn't expect to get any questions like this, but I guess there's a first time for everything, eh? So, you want to know how I was assigned the role of royal judge, eh? Well, short answer, I wasn't. Long answer, I wasn't ever assigned the role because the role of royal judge isn't actually a thing. Sure, I judge players for their actions, but not because I was given a job. It was for different reasons. You see, I figured the best way to have people reflect on their actions and question their decisions, whether good or bad, would be to have them judged by a friendly face who supposedly turned a blind eye to whatever you've done, only to find out that isn't true at all. Your pal knows what you've done, and you will be judged accordingly, and should you have taken our peaceful world for granted, your judgment will be harsh. So, yeah, hope that clears it all up for you. Thanks for asking, pal.
Questions for Papyrus. As a fellow pasta enjoyer myself, what other pastas do you like to make, other than spaghetti?
Ah, fellow pasta enjoyer, eh? Well, my culinary friend, I, the great Papyrus, have many wonderful recipes to share. My favorites include shrimp Alfredo, fettuccine Alfredo, lasagna, pasta linguine, and of course, ravioli. But above them all is a dish I personally crafted, the Burgetti! A burger made of spaghetti. It's very good, you should try it.
What is your training schedule?
My training schedule usually starts with a brisk power walk around the neighborhood early in the morning. Then, in the early afternoon, I work on my arm strength. Occasionally, Jaxie will join me, and we'll train our arm strength together. Finally, in the evening, I practice my combat prowess with my bone and magic-based attacks. I do all of this at least twice a week to ensure my greatness is always at its peak.
Let's increase the odds. I dare you to make 9 septenquinquagintillion bowls of spaghetti!
That sounds ludicrously impossible. But the Great Papyrus never turns down a challenge!
Wait a minute.
I accept the dare!
Is that why you kept my dare a secret? This was a mistake!
Questions for Toast. Has your grandfather told you about a being named Red?
Oh, no, I don't think Grandpa has ever told me about anyone called that. I'll have to ask him after this is over, sorry.
Also, has he presented you to someone named Mothra?
Oh, yeah, a bunch of times. Miss Mothra's really nice and loves whenever we visit.
Question for Batman. Where are Robin, Batgirl, and Nightwing?
The heck if I know. Ever since I lost all my money because my new movies have done so terribly, I couldn't afford to keep on any of my stuff that tracks them from the Batcave.
That and they all left after you wouldn't stop complaining about everything.
Yes. Thank you, Shrek-kun.
Questions for the Doomslayer. Have you met someone named John Dark?
Yes, we're good friends, actually. In fact, I visit her every year for Christmas.
Also, what is your favorite weapon in your arsenal?
The super shotgun, obviously. Sure, other weapons are stronger. This one just scratches that one itch, you know?
What is an estimate of your demon kill count?
Well, that depends. How high can you count? Because I assure you, no matter how high you count, it will be much, much higher.
Questions for the Snatcher. Do you outsoul the devil, or does he own more souls than you?
While I'm flattered you'd even think to compare me to him, I'm afraid it's just no contest. Obviously, the guy in charge of punishing an entire plane of existence full of damned souls is gonna have more than me.
Speaking of which of you two would win in a fight? Winks at Mega Lucario and Mega Charizard X.
If you think I'm surviving even 5 seconds against that guy, you're in for a rude awakening. Sure, I can only be harmed if I turn blue, but what's stopping him from just turning me blue? You know, with magic? 'Cause he's the devil? I rest my case.
Questions for Hat Kid. How long can you smug dance for?
About that long. Then the kid needs a nap.
Also, what are your opinions on the Mafia Boss, the Conductor, DJ Grooves, the Alpine Goats, and Mustache Girl?
They're all my best friends and I love them. Especially Meet the Conductor and DJ Goose. They're my super cool bird uncles.
Question for Bendy. What happened to the rest of the people stuck in the studio, like Bertram, the Butcher Gang, or the Lost Ones?
I'm pretty sure they're all still there. And if I'm gonna be honest, I'd prefer it stay that way. Cause think about it. Bertram literally can't leave because he's fused with that carousel. The Butcher Gang are all mindless monsters. And the Lost Ones? Well, they're nuts. So yeah, they're staying put.
Questions for X and Mega Lucario. How exactly do you run your Versus show? We run Versus similarly to how Death Battle runs their show. It's simple, really.
But unlike Death Battle, we don't have to worry about stupid crud like research.
The hell are you talking about? We literally bring the people that are about to fight onto the set so we can tell the viewers what they can do.
I mean, yeah, but we only say what they can do strictly within our universe, so it's different.
Also, opinions on other Mega Pokemon? They're all kinda cool, I guess, but I think we can all agree that I, with Mega Gengar being a close second, am the coolest Mega.
Mid!
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
I'm just saying, your design ain't that interesting or cool compared to other Megas. It ain't that hard to figure out.
Oh, that's rich coming from you, X. The Mega that finally gave Charizard the Dragon typing that everyone wanted, only for you to immediately be tossed away in favor of Y.
You did not just go there. You wanna go?
Yeah, you know what? I think I just got our fighters for episode 3, you fuck. Questions for Springtrap. How exactly do you always come back?
A couple things are to blame for that. The biggest culprit being probably just sheer dumb luck, with the other one being Remnant. Remnant is a strange form of metallic energy, and it's also the reason I committed the horrible, regrettable atrocities I did. I had a theory that if I could somehow use it to bind a soul to an inanimate object, I could use it to bind my soul to my body forever, effectively making me immortal. And by God, it worked. I had achieved a form of immortality, though soon after, it went from being my greatest accomplishment to my eternal punishment, as the souls of children I used as test subjects trapped me in my spring-locked tomb. I deserve it, honestly.
Also, what exactly is Glitch Trap?
I don't exactly know what a glitch trap is, but if you're referring to Project M41H4R3, it was going to be a further means of continuing my evil legacy using a corrupt AI with my likeliness. However, now that I have since turned over a new leaf and am now trying to redeem myself, I no longer have a use for such a thing, so it will more than likely never see the light of day.
Questions for Deadpool. Oh boy. Why don't you start using your fourth wall abilities more instead of being a perv? Hey, I'll have you know I have been using my fourth wall breaking stuff more often recently. Remember the Green Lantern joke from Night Terrors? Besides, even if I did start doing it even more often, it ain't gonna stop me from chasing tail. It's what I do best and love doing, so there. Speaking of which, why are you such a perv? Look, can ya blame me? There are so many baddies living in this house. Can ya blame a guy for trying his luck? Though, you do know a lot of those baddies are in their own happy relationships and couldn't care less about your wooing, right? I mean, sure, but what does that ever stop someone from trying to score some sweet, sweet TNA, am I right? Oh man, you's pathetic. Opinions on Harley Quinn from DC? Finally, a good cultured question. I'm glad you asked. It really depends on the version of Harley in question. Because being honest, I ain't a fan of her newer design. But her OG design, that latex fit, absolute perfection. Complements her nice assets immensely. 10 out of 10. Questions for King K. Rool. Where are your Kremlings right now?
They're still stuck in France, and we still have no idea how to get them over here. I keep sending them money to catch a plane or a boat, but they keep losing the money like the lunkheads they are!
Also, opinions on King DDD and your upcoming rematch on Smash Bracket?
Frankly, I consider DDD to be a joke. For being a king, he has a laughably low amount of power over his people. Regarding our rematch, once it does roll around, I'll show that chubby penguin what a true king can do.
Question for Callie. Why exactly did you choose the roller as your main weapon?
Cause it's the best at bashing and running people down, obviously. Makes you feel unstoppable. I love it!
Also, hands a plate full of pancakes. Enjoy!
They look delicious! Thank you! You're the best!
Questions for Marie. Similar question. Why did you choose the sniper as your main weapon?
I mainly chose it because it's a weapon that takes legitimate skill to master. Plus, it's pretty cool.
Also, do you and your cousin get those types of fans?
Those kind of fans? Not really sure what you mean.
I think they're referring to those weird fans that get tattoos of us, like on their face and stuff.
Oh, that makes sense. If that's the case, then yeah, we have quite a few fans like that.
I still crack up thinking about that one time one of those fans came running up to you all excited and said he had a tattoo of you, and when you asked to see it, he pulled down his pants and there was your face on his butt!
I'd rather not relive that memory again, Callie. Please and thank you.
Question for Meta Knight. What happened with the rest of the Star Allies? AKA Kirby, Bandanity, King DDD, Rick, Kainku, Mark, Scooey, Adeline, Ribbon, Dark Meta Knight, Daroach, Magalore, Duranza, Susie, and the three Maid Sisters.
Worry not, my friend. I assure you they're all perfectly fine, living their happy lives elsewhere. Well, everyone except for Dark Meta Knight. He is no longer among the living. I was tasked with eliminating him a long time ago by the Watcher Force. It was for the greater good, rest assured. He was a dark and evil doppelganger of me, after all.
Also, do you know about the Butterfly of Judgment?
I do. A rather strange being it is. While it bears an appearance similar to my own, it feels alien compared to anything I've ever seen. I know not whether to consider it a friend or a foe.
Questions for Witty. What are your opinions on, or have you met, Tabby, Agati, Ruv, Zardy, and or Tricky the Clown?
Yeah, I've met them all. Most of them are pretty chill, all things considered. Tabby, Agati, and Ruv are cool to hang with. Zardy, while kinda freaky, is still chill. But Tricky? That clown's a straight nut job! Randomly jumped me and Carol on a walk once. We only lived to tell the tale because Carol's roommate at the time overheard the commotion and jumped in to save our bacon. So yeah, Tricky's a massive no-no.
Also, have you met Julian T. Whitmore?
No, I haven't met anyone with that name. Though, strangely, it feels like I should've. I don't quite know how to describe it, cause like, Whitmore is my name, no Julian attached, but it feels like it should be. Like I've heard that full name before. But again, I don't know anyone named Julian, yet something's telling me I should. Freaky. Like I sense a deja vu or something. Whatever. It's probably just a massive coincidence and I'm just freaking over nothing. Sorry for rambling like that. Hope that mess of an answer was good enough. Go ahead and cut to the next question or whatever.
Questions for Carol. Does anyone know yet, or why do you hide your angel form?
Not everyone knows just yet, but a few people here do know about my angelic secret. Mainly Tyrant, Monica, and Witty, of course. I'll tell everyone else soon, but for now, it's best I keep this power hidden, only using it when absolutely necessary. So let's keep this our little secret, okay?
Also, why did you and Sunday break up?
Let's just say Sunday can make my daily life a little too dangerous at times. She'd always find ways of getting into trouble, so I guess one day I just got tired of all the stress. But despite the breakup, I don't value Sunday any less as a person. We're still really good friends and chat frequently, whether over the phone or in person.
Questions for Monica. And we come to the end, Monica. What's it been like to spend such a long time with someone like Tyrant?
Oh, it's been absolutely wonderful. He's such a sweetheart, always knows just how to make me smile, and has made my time living in this world simply unforgettable. We've gone to the beach, spent days in amusement parks and water parks, gone out to eat at fancy restaurants. We've even had picnics in the park on occasion when the weather's nice. It's all been amazing. I'll admit, though, my one gripe I have is that I wish I could have a little more alone time with him. But that's the price I pay for living in a house with like 30 other people.
And how did you feel initially when you were given a second chance?
I felt incredible! I could finally live my own unscripted and free life! I felt amazing! I felt like... I felt like I didn't deserve it. Even now, I still don't feel like I deserved it. At all. Even after all I've done to better myself now and make up for the horrible things I did while trapped in Doki Doki Literature Club, to me, that doesn't change the fact that I was a horrible, horrible person before all this. I shattered and manipulated the world around me just to get closer to my only connection to this new world. I killed all my closest friends, purely out of jealousy! All because I chose to believe a lie I kept telling myself, that nothing was real in that world but me. So tell me, why? Why was I, of all the horrible, heartless people, given this second chance? I don't understand. What makes me worth redeeming?
Monica, you insist you were so horrible and heartless. But even back then, mere moments after being freed, you showed genuine regret and remorse for your actions. And you continue to show it to this very day. I feel that alone would make anyone worthy of a second chance, let alone total redemption, especially someone as sweet as you.
Yeah, Monica, and besides, you say you're so mean and heartless and all that other stuff, but you couldn't be any further from that if you tried. If you were really heartless, you would have been like, who cares if those guys got deleted? I'm free, I don't care. But you're not like that, because you care. You always cared, and that's awesome.
Yeah, Anime Tits, and besides, even back then, you weren't even that bad, all things considered. Trust me, as an ex-mercenary, I can name plenty of people that have done stuff way worse and never showed any remorse. So don't sweat it. You're way better than you think you are.
Wow, Deadpool, that was actually really nice. Didn't think you had it in you.
I can also say that none of those people were as hot as you either.
And the moment has passed.
You guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. I often forget how much I'm truly loved and cherished as a friend here. You're all the best.
If I, of all people, can find redemption here, Monica, then you certainly can. You are loved and cherished as so much more than just a friend here. Under this roof, you're part of our family. Our wacky, strange, extended family.
And we wouldn't want it any other way. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Really.
Well, with that, I think we've all had enough emotional moments for one day. Shall we wrap things up?
Yes, please. We've all been at this for a while. I'm quite exhausted.
For what? We stopping already, but I hasn't gotten any questions yet.
Well, we did go through as many comments as we could. Maybe you just didn't get any.
Oh, Garfield, that means you didn't get none either, man. How is you not just a tiny bit pissed some of that toaster questions, but we didn't?
Oh, that's me. I probably would have been too lazy to answer them if I did get any. No big deal.
Well, regardless of who got asked what, if we're really done here, me and my crew are heading back to the lair. Later, guys. This was fun.
Alright guys, see you later!
Later, Lord Rayquaza. Thanks for participating.
You know, whenever they're not actively trying to destroy us, the villains are pretty cool to hang out with.
I agree. I honestly hope that maybe someday us sides can settle the differences and just be friends, rather than needlessly fighting all the time.
Yeah, but knowing them, especially LR and Ridley, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah, no kidding. Wishing for peace with them is like wishing for snow on the African savannah. But hey, you never know.
Well, that being said, if we're wrapping things up here, I'm gonna head to my room. This kitty needs a nap. Care to join me, Sansy?
For what? You're just taking a nap. What do you need me there for? Oh. Well, guess my fate is sealed then. Farewell, everyone. Remember my tale, may the wind forever be at your back, and a bunch of other famous pop culture goodbyes I can't remember.
They're adorable together, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. They're so darn cute. Now then, shall we bid our farewells?
Yes, let's. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Thank you all for your amazing questions. And above all else, thank you for your subscribers!
Hell yes, man, we did it! Let's aim for 400 next, let's go!
Heck yeah! 400 subscribers, here we come!
Oh, we did it! Oh, I can't wait till we get to 400. Are we gonna do this again? I hope we're gonna do it again, this is fun.
I can't believe we actually did it. Next up, 400. Right, sweetie?
You bet, honey. Although, I'm probably never doing something like this again. This took forever.
Oh man, but it was worth it though, right?
Every goddamn second. Good night, everyone!